Hello, I'm Dr. Brian McDonough, and welcome to A Doctor in the Pandemic. When historians look back at the 21st century, I am sure, even though we're just a little more than 20% through the century, I am sure that they will look at COVID-19, the coronavirus pandemic, as one of the major events. Clearly, it has had a tremendous impact on the entire world. As a physician, I can tell you it's had a tremendous impact on me and the patients I care for, my family, and others, and I think I am not alone. Early on in the pandemic, I began a podcast, February 20th of 2020. I started doing Coronavirus Today to try to present information in an accessible form that was non-biased, non-judgmental, and hopefully providing scientific evidence to help people. Shortly thereafter, I began with videos. There were about 172 videos at present in this series and 250 to 300 audio podcasts. It's a lot of content, a lot of information. But what I realized after chronicling what we had was that it is essentially a diary of the pandemic. When people look back, they often like to look at notes that people have written, letters that people have written to their husbands and wives. I mean, we've all read history books and studies and all of those things. You get information from the time. And I realized that in one small way, this is a look into medicine and the health impacts of this pandemic. So A Doctor in the Pandemic is going to stay here. It's going to continue to serve as long as needed with helpful information if I can provide it, but also as a source for those who may need to look back and figure out where we were. For instance, if someone makes a statement that people were against the idea of wearing masks at a certain time, you can go back and you can see what was being said at the time. If people think, what was the development of remdesivir and what did it mean, we can look at what did it mean. And there's no way to change it because it's dated and it's stamped. And that's the beauty of A Doctor in the Pandemic. So it's out here. Feel free to use it. Feel free to use it in whatever way you want. I'm not owning this in any way. I just want information that will help people. And we'll continue to do this as long as it provides a service. And like I've said from the beginning, once this pandemic's over, we stop recording.